So this is loud back here.
It's very loud.
So that's going to detract from a resale price for sure.
Yep.
Probably 10, 15,000 minimum off the top for that.
Well, unless we can find comps that are right on this street and see what they sold for.
We can, but they're all fenced with big trees. The neighbors are all big, huge trees, which will muffle the noise, and then the neighbors have built up their lawn.
They actually built their lawn up so that their fence could be higher.
Right. I'm Glenn.
And I'm Amber, and we're entrepreneurs, real estate investors, and parents in upstate New York.
We've been flipping houses for over a decade. It totally changed our lives and put us on the path of building the life that we choose.
So come along with us as we share a peek into our life and our business.
All right, so let's check this one out. So this one is interesting. First off, it is date night. We just looked at another house and now we've come here for date night. So
He takes me to the most special places on our dates.
we have to pay for those dates. Like, have to do something. So this is a unique situation. We did a deal like this 13 years ago. And it wound up being a great win-win-win for everybody. I'll explain what it is in just a minute. We did one again 2 years ago with a friend that we knew.
Yep.
And it's really called a value add type of a deal. And so people want to sell their house, it needs repair, but they don't want to put the money in, or they don't have the money to put in, or the time or the effort. We can come in, agree to a certain price with somebody, then we will actually come in and do the work, and then sell the house, pay all the closing costs, selling costs, all that stuff. Hopefully there's meat left on the bone for us, and the person gets the number they want. So it's a win-win-win where we don't actually buy the house, but we actually structure a deal where we can help them. We call it a joint venture, we call it a value add. You know, we've called it a lot of things over the years, but this house we've not seen yet. We're gonna see it while you're seeing it. I can tell you the budget for this house is, I believe, no more than $10,000 to spruce it up, clean it up, and get it ready for market and sell it.
So that looks like it's on the floor, so that can just be ripped up, and then the floors can be refinished. Is there an upstairs, or it's just this one level?
I believe it's just a ranch.
So, you know, you're looking at maybe $2,000 to refinish these floors.
Correct.
Dining room, that's an interesting place for lights.
Okay.
Little dining room. Okay.
So, busy road in the backyard. You know, not a deal killer, but nonetheless, there's a lot of cars there.
I think that's something, though, a homeowner could look past, though, because if you put up a 6-foot fence, or you planted a hedge back there or something.
So we need closet doors, which might be a challenge to get. There's no ceiling lights in these bedrooms, but I think that's okay. That's not unheard of in these houses. Sometimes we do go ahead and run the electrical. Right now, the electrical, there is a switch in the room, but it runs to an outlet, so people, have a lamp there. Ideally, it's good to have a light on the ceiling, especially, luckily we're in the summer months, so we have a light longer, but in the winter months, we've actually lost on sales because people walk in and it's so dark in the house, in the bedrooms. So not bad. So this is paint and floors and closet doors. Same thing. Paint. We have a light there. Yeah, but these aren't even damaged. These will come out fine.
I think it's $2,000 for all the floors.
Yeah. I think they're fine. Okay, so we have a tub, toilet. I mean, the vanity is in good shape. They have a new vanity top, it looks like. I can live with this.
There's been a dog gnawing on that step right there. That first step got nailed.
Oh, so we're semi-finished down here.
Small dog down here, but
That'll clean up though.
smells like cat a little bit down here, but
We could either leave that or paint it and freshen it up.
I think you leave it. Again, cost-wise, because we get, we'll go upstairs and discuss numbers in a minute, but.
I mean, you could just paint this floor.
Right.
You don't even have to put carpet down.
Right.
You could paint it.
Is this a functional
working?
stove? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, it is. It's gas. Furnace looks okay. So let me look at the majors down here.
You could clean this up and have this be a great little space.
Paint the floors.
Yeah. Paint the floors or throw some cheap carpet down here.
So I see dehumidifiers, which makes me nervous because there's probably moisture. So you can start putting carpets and start, if you lived here, wanted to make this official.
Now that one's an old phone.
That's an old phone.
That's the one you should have shown.
Nice. Well, you could show it. There you go. Look at that.
That one's an old phone. Like, look at even the receiver.
Cool.
It's got the 3 slots.
Here's a canoe. So this is loud back here.
It's very loud.
So that's going to detract from a resale price for sure.
Yep.
Probably 10, 15,000 minimum off the top for that.
Well, unless we can find comps that are right on this street and see what they sold for.
We can, but they're all fenced with big trees. They're all the neighbors are all big, huge trees, which will muffle the noise. And then the neighbors have built up their lawn.
They actually built their lawn up so that their fence could be higher.
Right. They built a big patio. There's probably a pool in there. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a big patio.
The deck is not bad.
So
it just needs some deck
this fence is pretty
over.
shot.
Yeah.
Now you can replace a section of that. Make some repairs. So do you touch up the windows outside? It's got one brown, one green. So those are.
Well, you paint them. That's just the wood. You just paint those.
Okay.
That's not a big
Do you
deal.
have to paint the deck?
It would look a lot better.
Okay.
So $1,000 for the deck.
$1,000.
I mean,
I'm asking.
material and labor.
Material and labor.
The deck over isn't cheap. It's not.
Do you
It's not
feel
$30.
like this? You feel like this may have been a flip that someone is abandoning? Because I don't know the situation. It kind of feels like a flip.
It kind of has that look to it.
It kind of
All
looks
new
like a flip
doors.
that somebody maybe lost interest in.
Yeah. The fence for this, if we were to fence it, it's probably about $2,000 for this side and the back.
To fence the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you gain anything because you're always, whenever you put a fence, you're going to be standing above the fence here.
Right.
All right. Let's have the discussion.
I don't think that budget is out of the question.
Let's run through it.
Floors are $2,000.
I think it's $2,000. Okay.
I go on the high side.
Okay.
Paint is probably another $2,000.
Okay.
So that's $4,000. Bathroom doesn't really need a lot of work, just minor stuff, some trim work here and there. Let's throw $1,000 at like trim work and stuff like that.
Okay,
so that's $5,000. Chopping this wall off, doing a little bit of electrical work. That's not $1,000.
It'll be $1,000 anyway.
So okay, fine. Let's say that's $6,000.
You have to have a dumpster if you get rid of the stuff. There's time. There's and you know what you're going to find. You tear the wall. We're going to find there's a plumbing vent.
Well, and we might have to put
not
either
plumbing vent, but a heating vent, or who knows.
We might have to put a micro lamb or engineered wood in. So fine, let's say $1,000 for that. Is there a dining light?
Yes.
There's a ceiling fan that's really ugly. So let's put a light in there, but that's $100.
So where are we at?
$6,000. Let's say $6,000. A little bit of exterior painting, the deck. So let's say the minor exterior painting in the deck, let's call that another $1,000. That's $7,000.
Mm-hmm.
The kitchen, I don't really need to do much with. I mean,
what are you going to do about a dishwasher?
We either get rid of this cabinet and put a dishwasher in, or we just don't worry about a dishwasher.
Okay.
That's a decision we don't have to make right this second. That's not a huge...
It's a $500 difference.
Right. But, the range is good. Why they didn't put a microwave in is beyond me, but...
Basement? You want to paint the basement up?
The floor for sure.
Okay.
The walls I'm iffy on. I don't like that wood, but... and it would definitely make it look a lot more brighter and modern if we painted it. So with the other little miscellaneous stuff here and there, I think $10,000 is a very doable budget.
All right. Well, I will let our team finish negotiations on this, but now I get to see how we take a look at a house like this and how we spend our date nights, because I'm very romantic. I really actually am. We haven't had any date night
since March.
Since ever. All right. Let's go back and talk to our team. See if we can make something happen. Again, we are in the innovation side of our business, and it's forcing us to grow and think outside the box and figure out new ways to do business.